Hi, I'm Bruce Good from Adventures Restaurant and Pub, located in the northwest section of Wisconsin in Rice Lake. We've owned this establishment for almost 19 years. We originally started out with an 8-tap system, and a bar owner up in another part of the country, Mike from Gronks up in Superior, Wisconsin, is one of the original guys, I believe, that started in the restaurant bar world with Bottoms Up, stopped in the restaurant one day and said, you got to get this system. Being a 30-year veteran in the business, I completely blew him off because I didn't believe what he was saying. He came back 2 weeks later, my system was foaming up like crazy, and then he showed me a video of his system, and I just told him flat out, there's no way I'm going to invest in this unless I see it in action in your place. He's about an hour and a half north of us, and one day my wife and I got in the car and we paid a visit to Mike. He happened to be there. We didn't announce our visit. We were there 15 minutes and we knew we were going to get the system. Had nothing to do with any potential savings. It was just really cool and we were ready for that. So that's how we came across Bottoms Up. You'll probably hear from the sales guys, like I did, all the savings, 25%, that type of thing. We have a unique situation. We have an extremely long run. It's about 80 feet to the bar. Goes through the floor. We do not have a basement. So we decided to put a 20-tap system in because it was cool. And once we got the system in, we quickly learned that we were throwing away about 30% of our kegs, which is a little higher than what Bottoms Up was advertising. Again, I was a complete skeptic. I just got the thing because it looked cool. And the additional thing that happened is when we installed the 20-tap system, we expanded our craft beer line, which in our small town, that was something that was an untapped source of revenue that we didn't realize. Again, I got it because it was fun and it was cool, and so we put the craft beer on. Our sales increased 15% overall. I'm a numbers guy. 45% of those sales were draft beer. Of that 15%, almost half of it was draft beer increase. The other 55%, surprisingly, was our food, particularly our appetizer sales. We overran our kitchen on the appetizer station to the point that we had to modify the kitchen and add another cook on that station. So we run 2 now just to keep up with the flow. And again, we're mostly a restaurant. We're not really a bar, if you will. We're a Northwoods average dining kind of place. No tablecloths, it's paper napkins, that type of thing. The third thing I noticed was the efficiency of the bartender. That was a surprise to me. They can take a glass and put this on, they set it down, now they run around while they're pouring their beer, and that just shuts off, and they pull it off when the server comes up. So you've effectively doubled the productivity of a bartender. And that was the real surprise to me. As we increased all these draft beer sales, you're no longer standing there babysitting a tap and doing the, I call the wrist shake. And it's not hard to imagine 25% coming off the top of that glass if you really look at it. And I just didn't believe it at the time. And you can see here, it's a perfect head, perfect pour, and the waste is what you see right there. That's it. For us, it's about a 99% yield plus. In the worst time we lose beer is when we clean the lines. It's 80 feet we got to flush out. So that's our worst loss that we experience, is when we actually do the maintenance on the system. I guess the biggest thing I can say is if you're a small bar, you're maxed out and you can't do any more, this will improve your productivity of your bartender. If you're looking to increase sales, display this thing like we have here, I think it's worth another 5% increase in sales when you put this thing front and center in front of the customers. I don't know if you noticed, we raised this up, and that's so our bartender can interact with the guest. We specifically did that. We did not want to, the thing I hate about traditional taps is they block you talking to the customer, and I hate that. So we were able to take that out of the equation. Well, we loved the system so much, we paid off the original investment in 6 months. From a 20 tap system, I completely trashed a brand new 8-month-old system, and I called the folks up at Bottoms Up. I said, how many lines can we fit in our pipe running underneath the building? And they said 32. I said, I'm in. And they custom designed this system here, and we were able to expand our lines even more. Effectively, we paid off the investment in a little over a year and a quarter, because I actually took a loan out. I wanted to prove to myself how fast the cash flow of the business would pay it off. And there's just no other investment in my business career that I've ever seen that pays back that fast. It just doesn't exist. So clearly, from a skeptic, just got it because it was cool, to, wow, the financial rewards have been astounding. So that's the best I can tell you about that.